Brothers and sisters, let me ask you a question. When was the last time you truly listened to your body? Not when it screamed in pain, not when it broke down and forced you to rest, but when it whispered, softly, gently, that it needed your attention. The body is not a stranger. It is not a machine to be driven until it collapses. It is our oldest companion, the vessel we have carried since birth. And yet, too often, we ignore its needs, silencing its wisdom until it speaks louder in the form of restless nights and weary days. There is a fruit, humble and golden, resting on kitchen counters and market baskets. A banana, not exotic to our eyes, not rare in our hands. But brothers and sisters, don't let familiarity blind you to its quiet power. That little fruit is filled with nature's design to calm, to restore, and to steady. Many of us know the burden of rising again and again at night, stumbling in the darkness, robbed of the peace that only sleep can give. Our elders tell us, our doctors remind us, that frequent waking is a sign. And yet, we do not always answer the sign with gentleness. Too often, we drown the problem in fear or impatience. But what if the answer is simpler? What if the banana, the food of laborers, the fruit of children, holds a piece of the remedy? Its natural potassium calms the body, soothes the muscles, balances the waters within us. When eaten with intention, it does more than fill a stomach. It nurtures the rhythm of rest, the cycle of sleep that is so easily broken. It is not a miracle, but a reminder that the earth has provided medicine long before bottles lined the shelves. Sleep, my friends, is not merely the absence of waking. It is the cathedral in which the soul repairs itself. Without it, our courage wanes, our patience shortens, our spirit becomes thin. To honor sleep is to honor life itself, and to honor the body with food that restores balance is to love yourself enough to say, I deserve peace tonight. Our ancestors knew that nourishment was never only about hunger. They knew that the smallest fruits could hold the greatest blessings. You can find wisdom in many books, from the holy texts to the writings of poets and seekers. All remind us of this truth. Care for the body, and the spirit will sing more clearly. So tonight, when you peel that yellow skin back and taste the sweetness of the earth's gift, remember, you are not just eating. You are choosing dignity, rest, and wholeness. You are saying to your body, I hear you, I honor you, I will care for you. Brothers and sisters, greatness is not always born in stages or crowned in spotlights. Sometimes it is as simple as eating a banana, finding your rest, and waking tomorrow renewed, ready to rise into the life that has been waiting for you. Brothers and sisters, the body speaks when we listen to it with care. It does not use the language of words, yet it speaks a truth more ancient, more honest than any human tongue. Too often we wait for the cry of pain before we turn our ears toward it. Too often we ignore its gentle murmur until it becomes a shout. But if you lean in, if you pause for a moment in the noise of your life, You will hear it. The tightness in your shoulders whispering that you have carried too much today. The dryness in your throat reminding you that you have forgotten water. The heaviness in your eyelids begging you to lay down the burden of the day. The body is a faithful servant, yes, but it is also a wise teacher. It tells us when to move and when to rest, when to eat, and when to refrain, when to push forward and when to yield. And yet, how often do we betray its counsel? We drown it in caffeine, silence it with distractions, dismiss its signals as inconveniences. But my friends, to ignore the body is to dismiss the very vessel through which your dreams, your laughter, your love must travel. To listen with care is not to become fearful of every H or restless night. No, it is to become attentive, to honor the quiet conversation between flesh and spirit. It is to treat the body not as a prison, but as a sacred house, a temple deserving respect. When you tune your heart to the rhythm of its voice, you discover that it has been guiding you all along toward balance, toward healing, toward the peace that is your birthright. Tell me, brothers and sisters, how can we hope to conquer the mountains of our lives if we refuse to hear the whispers of the body beneath our own skin? Brothers and sisters, the banana may look simple, but within it rests a power designed by nature itself. It is a gentle healer, a quiet restorer, a golden key to balance. In its soft flesh lies potassium, a mineral that steadies the heartbeat, calms restless muscles, and helps the body hold peace through the night. So many of our troubles begin because we forget that the smallest things matter. We chase after complicated answers, yet overlook the fruit that hangs low on the tree, waiting to bless us. When the body is restless, when sleep breaks too soon, when the night becomes a battlefield of waking and walking, it is often because balance has been disturbed. Bananas are not just food, they are nature's remedy, filled with magnesium and fibers that slow the body's hunger, soothe the nerves, and prepare the mind for rest. They do not boast, they do not demand attention, but they give freely to the one who eats them with intention. Consider this, my friends, the earth has always offered us what we need. The banana has fed laborers in the fields, children in the morning rush, travelers on long roads. Yet beneath its sweetness lies a truth, that the same fruit which gives energy in the day can also help restore calm at night. It is a reminder that healing does not always come in bottles or prescriptions. Sometimes it comes in the simple act of peeling back yellow skin and honoring the wisdom of what grows from the ground. Brothers and sisters, the banana is more than a snack. It is a sign that nature still remembers our needs, even when we forget them ourselves. Would you like me to expand the third keynote in the same voice? Nighttime disturbances, like waking again and again to urinate, are often signals of imbalance. The body is designed for rest in the dark hours, for deep repair, for stillness that refreshes the spirit. But when that pattern is broken, when you find yourself stumbling through the night toward the bathroom. The body is not trying to betray you. It is trying to tell you something. It is reminding you that harmony has been shaken, that what you consume and how you live during the day follows you into the silence of the night. Frequent waking may feel small, even harmless, but it steals from you the kind of rest that builds strength and clarity. Each interruption is a crack in the foundation of your peace. It is not simply a matter of inconvenience. It is a reflection of how the body struggles to maintain balance. When fluids are not managed well, when the muscles that should hold them steady are weakened, when the mind and nerves cannot find calm, the result is broken sleep. And broken sleep, over time, shapes broken days. It is in these restless nights that many search for quick fixes, but wisdom calls us back to the basics. What you eat, what you drink, how you move, and how you honor your body, all of these play a part in whether you sleep with ease or wrestle with interruption. Nighttime peace is not a mystery reserved for the lucky. It is the reward of balance restored. And if you pay attention to the small signals, if you allow yourself to seek gentle solutions instead of harsh remedies, you will discover that even the simplest choices, like the fruit you eat, can guide the body back towards stillness. Simple, natural foods have a way of restoring what we often complicate. They do not carry long lists of warnings. They do not demand that we study them with suspicion. Instead, they arrive whole, untouched, carrying the wisdom of the earth within them. When we place such foods into our bodies, we are not just feeding hunger, we are giving our systems the chance to remember balance. We are allowing our bodies to function as they were designed, free of the burdens that processed, artificial, and heavy foods leave behind. Think for a moment about dignity. There is a certain dignity in being able to move through the day without dragging our feet, to sleep through the night without disturbance, to wake with energy that belongs to us. This dignity is not given by chance. It is built by choices. And among those choices, what we eat is one of the most powerful. Natural foods, fruits like bananas, grains, clean water, and vegetables grown in the soil carry life within them. They are not just fuel, they are restorers. In a world full of noise and complexity, it feels almost too simple to believe that what sits on your plate could be a key to peace. But the truth is, simple foods are often the most profound healers. A banana before rest may soothe the muscles, steady the nerves, and quiet the body enough to drift into uninterrupted sleep. No ceremony, no great cost, just a moment of trust in what is natural. To embrace such foods is to reclaim control. It is to say that your well-being is not beyond reach, that peace is not a stranger, that you have power in the smallest of daily acts. Eating naturally is more than nutrition. It is a declaration of self-respect, a way of whispering to your body, I care enough to give you what you truly need. Would you like me to keep expanding 5 in this same deeply reflective, poetic rhythm. Restful sleep is not a luxury to be earned only after long toil. It is a necessity as vital as air and water. Sleep is the body's sacred repair, the mind's quiet washing, the spirit's deep renewal. Without it, no dream can be carried to its full height, no plan can be lived with clarity, no heart can be sustained in strength. Yet in our world, we often treat sleep as something we can bargain with, something to push aside, as though tomorrow will wait patiently while we rob ourselves tonight. When sleep is broken, the whole rhythm of life stumbles. Irritation rises quickly, patience fades, memory falters, and even the brightest vision of the future grows dim. We are left not only tired, but diminished. To sleep fully is to return to the source of power. In those quiet hours, the body repairs its wounds, strengthens its defenses, balances what was shaken by the day. In that deep stillness, the mind files away its lessons, clears its burdens, and creates space for new wisdom. Sleep is not laziness. Sleep is not weakness. Sleep is the very soil from which courage grows. It is the unseen foundation beneath joy, creativity, endurance, and love. To deprive yourself of it is to deny yourself the fullness of life. And when a natural gift, a fruit, a food, a simple choice can help ease you into it, why would you ignore such a blessing? To honor your need for rest is to stand up for your own wholeness. It is to say that you are worthy of a night free from restless waking, worthy of the kind of stillness that strengthens you for the battles ahead. Restful sleep is not a prize to win. It is the birthright of every soul that walks this earth. Shall I continue and expand 6 in the same meditative and motivational flow? Our choices in daily nourishment shape tomorrow's strength in ways we often forget. Every bite we take, every sip we drink is not just for the moment. It is a deposit into the future of our bodies. The meals we choose are not only about filling hunger, they are silent architects building the framework of our tomorrows. What you put into yourself today whispers into your bones, your muscles, your heartbeats, your sleep. It decides whether you will rise tomorrow with vitality or stumble under the weight of fatigue. Many people speak of destiny as though is written far away, unreachable in the stars. But destiny is also written in the everyday choices we make at the table. The strength to walk boldly into a new season, the courage to rise from despair, the clarity to hold on to dreams. All of these are nourished or neglected by the food we consume. When we choose life-giving foods, when we lean toward fruits, vegetables, grains, and waters that cleanse, we are choosing to honor not only the present self, but the future self who is waiting for us. Food is not simply energy. It is instruction. It teaches the body how to function, how to heal, how to rest. The banana, humble as it may appear, is one such teacher. Its nutrients speak to the heart, to the nerves, to the systems within us, reminding them how to work together in harmony. Each time you eat with intention, You are setting the tone for tomorrow's energy, tomorrow's clarity, tomorrow's health. We cannot control every storm that comes our way, but we can control how prepared we are to face it. And much of that preparation begins in the quiet, ordinary moments of nourishment. To eat carelessly is to gamble with your future. To eat with respect is to invest in your strength. And the beauty of this truth is that it does not demand wealth, grandeur, or perfection. It demands awareness, a willingness to see your food not as mere comfort, but as tomorrow's promise. Ancient wisdom often hides in the simplest fruits of the earth. Human beings have long searched for remedies in high towers, in laboratories, in distant lands, yet so much of what heals has always been within reach, growing on trees, sprouting from soil, resting in baskets at the market. The banana, soft and golden, has been a companion to farmers in the fields, children in the morning, and travelers across deserts and oceans. Its presence is ordinary, so ordinary that we overlook it. But in that ordinariness lies extraordinary power. Generations before us knew how to pay attention. They understood that food was not only for filling the belly, it was for balancing the body and steadying the spirit. They taught their children that healing could be found in herbs, in fruits, in roots, in leaves. They may not have spoken in scientific terms, but they observed with eyes sharpened by necessity. They noticed how certain foods calmed, how others strengthened, how some restored the sick to life. They did not dismiss the earth's offerings simply because they were common. Instead, they leaned into them with gratitude. And here we are in a time of abundance and information, still forgetting what our ancestors knew, that true medicine is often disguised as food. The banana is not rare, but it carries potassium to soothe, magnesium to steady, natural sugars to restore. It asks for no preparation, no ceremony, only that you receive it with awareness. In its simplicity lies a reflection of life itself. What is small can be mighty, what is ordinary can be